Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. Yeah, I'm your host, Grandma, and we are in for a show. So, all over most of Connecticut, Terry LaChance does things and does open mics, and she films pretty much everybody that gets on stage, which is where I have been privy to see so many artists that I didn't know anything about. So one of them caught my eye. And then we got on the phone and we had a chit-chat, and that caught my ear. Because one of the things he said to me, and we'll talk more about it in the interview, was that he really doesn't want to be a performer. He's a singer-songwriter. And he gets up on stage during open mics, but he really just wants to write songs. So you're going to hear all originals. You know how I feel about that. It's exciting. And I think you're going to enjoy him a lot. I am interested in his subjects. I'm excited about his music. And I'm excited about the fact that he wants his music heard. But I think, we haven't talked about it yet, but I think that he doesn't care who plays his music, just as long as he can write it. So we'll dig into that during the interview. But please, welcome into your heart, into your home, and into your ears, Jon Tarbox.
All right. Thanks for having me here. I'm really excited. I think you got that pretty much right. I do like performing, but it's not my specialty. I really enjoy just the puzzle of putting the songs together, and the satisfaction of kind of solving those puzzles. So I'm going to play a bunch of my own songs here. I tried to mix it up with some serious songs and some more fun songs and some political songs and some personal songs and some love stories. And so the first one I wrote is called Don't Count on the Rain, and the title came to me. I work outside for a living some days, and look at the forecast, and I see it's going to rain, so I say, okay, I'm in the office tomorrow. But that doesn't always hold up. So that got me thinking. I also wrote it right around the time that Roe was overturned, and really made me more think about what can you count on. You need people in your life that you can count on, and I guess we need to prepare ourselves for the future. So anyway, this song is called Don't Count on the Rain. Found ourselves back home after running like criminals. I tried to pay off the boss, but he drained us to the marrow. Tried to break our bones, tried to make us choke. We paid a heavy cost, but we were never broke. 'Cause I've got you and you got me. We got each other, baby, that makes three. If you wobble when you've had too much, count on me, girl, to hold you up. And if I stumble when I feel ashamed, count on you to do the same. But don't count on the rain, I could hear her say, before your well runs dry and it's too late to pray. I can hear her say, when it's time to cut cane, keep some fuel in your tank, but don't count on the rain. We gotta catch a train, gonna ride it to Chicago. We're gonna meet your man so he can lead us through the narrows under a neon sign, like a message from above. Gonna cross that line, we're gonna trust in love. I've got you and you got me, we got each other, baby, that makes three. If you wobble when you've had too much, count on me, girl, to hold you up. And if I stumble when I feel ashamed, I count on you to do the same. But don't count on the rain, I could hear it say, when your well runs dry and it's too late to pray. I could hear her say, when it's time to cut cane, keep some fuel in your tank, but don't count on the rain. I could hear her say, when it's time to cut cane, keep some fuel in your tank, but don't count on the rain. All right, thank you. So this next song was written about a young performer in the town where I live who writing really good songs and decided she was going to move to Nashville. Great singer, good songwriter. She moved there in 2019, and you know we all know what happened after that. So she's still a great songwriter and a great singer. But this song just got me thinking about moving out of your small town and trying to hit the big time. So. It's called Bottle Rocket. Well, the boys in this town didn't have enough spark. The radio played while she sat in the dark and sang along while the faces played at Jakku Park. What do they do there? The boys get high. What do they feel there? Well, it made her cry. This small-time petty crime time was just a waste of her rhymes. But she was 18, just a girl in the dark. She was gonna drive somewhere where the boys got spark. 'Cause you're a bottle rocket, baby. I swear you're gonna shoot out the sun, but your fuse burned out on the highway south. Baby, we were born to run. Well, these big city boys, when they flash fat stacks, they don't let up until you're flat on your back. They compensate with toys for the talents they lack. What do they feel there? Unsatisfied. What do they do there? They make her cry. These inflated, overrated hacks that believe their own lies. But she was 18, just a girl in the dark. She was gonna drive somewhere where the boys got spark. 'Cause you're a bottle rocket, baby. Shine as bright as the stars, but your fuse burned out on the highway south, and you're likely coming home with scars. 'Cause you're a bottle rocket, baby. Shine as bright as the stars, but your fuse burned out on coming home with scars.
Woo-hoo! I'm wondering if that's about somebody I know.
All right, thank you very much. Well, I can tell you one thing for sure, this is about me. They're not all about me. I think that's something as a songwriter, I hear a lot of songwriters talk about, reminding people that just because I'm saying I, it doesn't mean it's about me. So. But this one is. It's called You're Not One. I've been down the wrong road once or twice. Oh, who am I fooling? I've been on the wrong road most of my life. But when it comes to love, feel like my walking days are done. I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life, but baby, you're not one. I've walked every roadside ditch in Hartford County. I kicked rocks, picked locks, I let fools surround me. I've been up, had my fun, I've lost big all or none. I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life, baby, you're not one. Baby, you're the one, you shine like 1,000 suns. And when the shit's about to hit, oh, you're steady on the gun. I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life, but baby, you're not one. I bought more than I've sold to get through the night. I can't prove I'm not losing, but I'm known to pay twice the price. Put these words on my stone when I'm dead and gone. He made a lot of bad decisions in life, but you weren't one. I've walked every roadside ditch in Hartford County. I kicked rocks, picked locks, I let fools surround me. I've been up, had my fun, I've lost big all or none. I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life, but baby, you're not one. Baby, you're the one, you shine like 1,000 suns. When the shit's about to hit, you're steady on the gun. I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life, but baby, you're not one. I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life, baby, you're not one. I made a lot of bad decisions in my life, baby, you're not one. All right. Thanks again. Thanks for having me here. I'm going to keep moving along. song. It's a song in the political vein, I suppose. My grandfather sold ladders door to door when he was young. Made his own way, didn't make a lot of money, but worked for himself, did his own thing. And then my dad served in World War II and came home and wasn't able to do the thing he wanted to do. Ended up going to work for IBM, and he did it. I didn't realize till much later in life how much he hated that. So the song's called Diamonds. When my granddad was a young man, he traveled the countryside. He sold ladders door to door from a Model A Ford, with nothing to lose but his pride. Rumor was they were secondhand, but they were all his to sell. He never made a lot of dough, it didn't matter though, 'cause he always had a story to tell. We were under pressure with no guarantees. We were promised diamonds, oh, if we could stand the heat. My old man didn't have a lot to say when he came back from Germany, with a curly-haired girl and a baby home waiting. He knew he had to make it pay. So he set his dream aside, he went to school to learn to type. Man, those days were mean, but his world got colder the day he loaned his soul to international business machines. We were under pressure with no guarantee. We were promised diamonds, oh, if we could stand the heat. We were promised diamonds, we got caught up in the squeeze. We never got the sparkle, we only got the heat. We never got the sparkle, we only got the heat. Come away with me, lady, we'll drive ourselves crazy. Find a way to beat this heat before Monday morning, when we're back on the beat. Come away with me, lady, we'll drive ourselves crazy. Find a way to beat this heat before Monday morning, when we're back on the beat. Milton Friedman wrote a letter in 1970. He was advocating for corporate greed. He said the moral obligation of a corporation was to maximize shareholder needs. Well, then along came Reagan, addressing the nation, says you'll get your pay in little drips. Just keep your nose to the grindstone, but don't take too long to piss. We were under pressure with no guarantees. We were promised diamonds, oh, if we could stand the heat. We were promised diamonds, got caught up in the squeeze. Never got the sparkle, we only got the heat. We never got the sparkle, we only got the heat. We were promised diamonds, guaranteed. We never got the sparkle, we only got the heat. Never got the sparkle, we only got the heat. All right, so I did say I would have a few light-hearted songs. This This one is a love song, in my opinion. I'd been struggling writing a song, and just feeling like I was spending way too much time thinking about all of it, actually. So I wanted to just throw some words down and see what happened, and that's what I did with this one. It's called Sugar Tooth. I busted my knuckle on a 9-pound hammer, never set a foot into mine. Rusted roots and a sugar tooth, I'm gonna get in my car and drive. I get my candy from the sugar store, find a piece that wants to take a ride. I'm going down where the girls are pretty, gonna stay drunk all the time. I try my luck on a cross-town bus, follow the moon and the tide. I'm going down where the girls are pretty, gonna stay drunk all the time. I flew around the gutter like an old gum wrapper. You blew through me like a fire. In your high-top boots and your silver spoon with your gold-tipped sugar tooth. I could stay drunk on your love, girl. You could stay drunk on mine. We'll run to the river singing do-I-diddy. Gonna stay drunk all the time. We'll float like a leaf from the mountain to the sea, drifting through the valley of wine. Run to the river singing do-I-diddy, gonna stay drunk all the time. Run to the river singing do-I-diddy, gonna stay drunk all the time. Run to the river singing do-I-diddy, gonna stay drunk all the time.
Woohoo!
I thought about that song afterwards, and I wonder if people think I'm drunk all the time. I'm not drunk right now. Just kidding. I might be. But I sort of thought you could be drunk on whatever you want to be. You could be drunk on love. You could be drunk on guitar playing. You could be drunk on
music,
bike riding, music, whatever. Yeah, that's really what I was talking about. So I'm going to play you a song about a crush I had when I was 13 years old or so at church camp. Nothing happened, but it left me with a feeling. So the song's called Summertime Cigarettes. Wore my white shirt and my new shoes. I was 13, I had no clue. She was 15, wearing fishnets. She had a tattoo, it said no regrets under the dress. So she handed me a cigarette. Summertime cigarettes, I ain't lost a feeling yet. But summertime cigarettes, baby, may we never forget. They were jumping in the quarry, I was too scared, so she pushed me, falling through ecstasy into her safety net. Remember that feeling, she said, with no regrets. And summertime cigarettes, I ain't lost a feeling yet. summertime cigarettes, baby, may we never forget the feeling that summer never has to end. I'm a dad now, she's a doctor. I've had 3 kids since that summer. She's still got the tattoo, says no regrets. Does she remember those fishnets under the trestle, smoking cigarettes? Oh, summertime cigarettes, I ain't lost a feeling yet. For summertime cigarettes, baby, may we never forget the feeling that summer never has to end. The feeling that summer never has to end. Baby, may we never forget those cigarettes, summertime cigarettes. All right. All right. I don't know how much time I have left here. I got 3 more songs for you. This one falls in the political category as well, I would say. It's called Too Much Static on the Line. Kind of just about social media, I guess. That's a good envelope to wrap it in. This one always gets me on that first line. All right. I cannot remember the first line. I've played this song hundreds of times. Down in the well, there's an echo. Everybody's out here saying, first line is what? I'll tell you what, we'll jump to the second verse. This happened to me the last time I played this song, too. Maybe I better start writing the first line on my set list.
Maybe it's supposed to be this way.
Maybe. Hopefully it'll come back to me and I'll just switch the
Sometimes
verses
the
around.
universe is in charge.
That's so funny. Anyway. Everybody's out here saying, feeling like they got a way in. Their fingers clicking buttons like backyard chickens clucking. That's not right. What with all this chitter chatter, hard to tell what really matters and what just rhymes. You know I like to believe 'em, but there's too much static on the line. Too much static on the line. Think I'm about to lose my mind. If I could only make it through, I'd make it clear to you through all the static on the line. Down in the well there's an echo. Puppets in the sideshow, their pockets jingle jangle. The strings that dance untangled, and that's not right. They send out the pieces, they're running from their TVs, and that's not right. You know I'd like to believe them, but there's too much static on the line. Holy cow, across the nations bullets fly. Mothers scream, babies cry, and the men who move the pieces watch the fire from their TV, and that's not right. They say God will answer prayers, but the innocent bystanders still are dying. You know I'd like to believe them, but there's too much static on the line. Too much static on the line. Think I'm about to lose my mind. If I could only make it through, I'd make it clear to you through all this static on the line. If I could only make it through, I'd make it clear to you through all this static on the line.
Woo! John, you want to do one more song and then come talk to me?
That would be perfect. And this is why I will never be a performer, much more of a writer. It happens to me all the time. My brain goes like steel wall comes down. So I do like playing a lot. I love performing, but this happens to me. So anyway, I got one more song for now. I had some birds building a nest over my deck in the spring, and I noticed they were using like rosebush thorns and blackberry thorns, and I just happened to think, building your nest for your babies and doesn't look very comfortable to be a nest made of thorns, and so I wrote this song called Nest of Thorns. Well, I drove across the country looking for a place where a kid with a past might show his face. I was looking for a lover who could keep me warm. Just a wild kid born in a nest of thorns. In a nest of thorns. That's where I was born. But I can't go on living in a nest of thorns. So she welcomed me into her feather bed. Yeah, she promised me a place where I could rest my head. Well, I walked through a door framed in bleaching bones. I laid my poor heart into her nest of thorns. In her nest of thorns, laid my poor heart down. Looks like I'm back living in a nest of thorns. If you build your house out of blackberry sticks, you can bet your life you're gonna get pricked. If you lie with the bull, you better watch the horns, or you wind up living in a nest of thorns. Oh, I gotta get out, can't go on living in this nest of thorns. No, I can't go on living in a nest of thorns. So we lie there under those bleaching bones. Yeah, we dream of heaven and we dream of home. And then we built a nest of silk and down. We burned a thorny nest down to the ground. Oh, the nest of thorns, yeah, we burn it down. Can't go on living in a nest of thorns. Won't go on living in a nest of thorns. Can't go on living in a nest of thorns. Won't go on living in a nest of thorns.
Woohoo! Awesome.
All right.
So
Thank you.
come on over and mic up. And so while John's coming over and miking up, let's talk about stuff. So we're in the middle of the Hygienic Salon de Independance. And if you didn't get your art into it, wait till next year. But get out there and celebrate local artists. And there's music and there's laughter and there's the Grand Salon, which has really big pieces of art, and music at the Telegraph, and the Hootenanny. Oh no, the Hootenanny's over. Anyway, Rock Fix is going on this weekend, I think, or yeah, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, there's all kinds of activities going on all over the city. Music and art and music. What's not to like about that, right? So get down there and celebrate the Hygienic Salon de Independance. I believe that this is the 40th year. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure. So get out there and celebrate, okay? All right, we're going to talk to Jon now. Hey, how are you?
Good, good.
So that's for you. And yeah, good pen is always good. So,
It's more than I've made at my last gigs.
well, there you go. That's because you go to open mics. You don't get paid for going to open mics.
That is true.
But other people are certainly benefiting from you playing. People love you. I just, like a bunch of people, I went live and people checked in. And one of the comments was, Jon Tarbox, he's a wonder. The songs just roll out of him. That was a quote from somebody that we both know. And yeah, what makes you such a prolific songwriter?
Well, it's funny you say that. I do not feel prolific. Everyone feels like such a struggle to hear that they just roll out. Doesn't feel that way. I like to create anything. I'm into woodworking and other things like that. So this is just a way for me to create in a way, something.
Yeah.
I love music. I love songs. I love songwriters. I'm always searching for new music. I'm that kind of person. Like, I'd much rather listen to. I loved college radio stations. I loved when you would hear something new all the time. Like,
That's why I listen to WCNI.
right. I used to have every preset on in my stereo with a college station. I would much rather hear a new song than an old song.
Well,
So people ask me, what's your favorite album? What's your favorite band? I have such a hard time with that question. So I think that's a big part of why I like to write songs. I'm on this dream to someday write a really great song that people would, just, I don't know if I'll ever know if I written a great song, but
House of
That's it.
Thorns is a great song. I can't remember the name, but the song about the songwriter that left and went to Nashville, that's a great song. There was another one too, but it was about, the drinking song. Could get drunk all the time.
right.
That's a great song.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't drink, so,
Yeah.
but I understand getting drunk all the time. And I understand being drunk on things other than alcohol. You
Right,
know what I
right.
mean? And that's a big deal.
I think we need that. We need a passion of some sort.
Yup.
Yeah.
So you seem to get song ideas out of the air. In the reality of songwriting, where do you really get your ideas from, and how does it become a song from that idea?
I think I'm an observant person. I kind of always say to people, like, about traveling, this is sort of a tangent, but unless you know what's in your backyard, like, traveling's great, but like explore what's right around you. So I'm always an eyes open person.
Right.
So, I think like most songwriters, I have a list of phrases that catch my interest and I jot them into my phone.
Yep.
But I also have a vivid picture of things in my head. Like, I will look at the Nest of Thorns, and I could see.
That's a really great
when,
song,
When
by
I
the way.
thought about the comfort of a home being thorny, right? A relationship, whatever. I sort of had this picture of the journey, the relationship. So I guess it works that way. I tend to have a picture. That's why I guess a lot of my songs are story songs, because I do have the picture of the story in my head. It's interesting. Some of them come to me easily, and some of them I go round and round and round. I wrote a song around Christmas time. I probably wrote 10 pages of lyrics, no joke. And I was just about to throw it away, and I sat down one morning and I said, I'm just going to write anything down here and get this done so I can put it behind me. And that ended up being the song that I kept, which I didn't play today. But so it's a challenge. Some are easy, some are hard. It takes practice. So yeah.
So which comes first, the melody or the words?
Almost always the words for me. Yeah, that I would say my weak link is my musical vocabulary.
Okay.
I love folk music. I love country music. So I'm okay with 3 chords and the truth, as they say.
Right.
But I'm not. I don't have the musical skills to hear a melody in my head, and then even if I sing it, I have a hard time putting that to the guitar. So a lot of times I'll just have the words, and then I'll fit the best I can with the music in. So
It's funny that you said 3 chords. I did a very bizarre interview this weekend, and one of the things they said is we only play 3 chords.
Yeah.
But they are neither folk nor country.
Okay.
They're surf, punk, and power pop.
Okay. Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
3 chords.
Yeah.
So I just think it's funny because I think the blues is kind of like that too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
3 chords.
Yeah.
Which of those 3 sets of genres, those chords are different for each genre, right?
Yeah.
So that's really a lot of fun. I have to know who the person was that went off to Nashville. I have in my. Can you say that, or do we need to do that off the camera?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
It's not
So-
anything. I just don't really know her.
I will say
I was just an
who.
observer. So
There was a young woman that was playing at a place I used to help get music for called Nightingales. That still has music and stuff. I don't do anything with them anymore, but her name was Molly Bowers, and her father was a policeman, and her family was really invested, but she had a beautiful voice, and she was a very, very invested and prolific songwriter. And I think that she went to Nashville in 2019.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
if it was her, that would be bizarre.
That would
No,
be.
it would be cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so immediately when you started talking about that song, I was like, Molly Bowers.
Yeah.
And I think she's doing wonderful things down there too. But what a thing to write about is someone that you really don't know, you just know of, and their songwriting or song musical journey. It's a fun thing. Let's talk about your history with music. When did you start playing guitar?
I started playing guitar when I left for college in 1982. I was a drummer before that. I played drums from 4th grade through 10th grade in like orchestra. And then I got into a rock and roll band.
You did?
I did.
Who did you play with?
Well, so I grew up in upstate New York, and we
Okay.
played in, the name of our band was Peter and the Wolves.
Okay.
Peter was the guy with the knowledge. We were the wolves, clearly. I didn't know, I could not play a drum set when I started. I played snare drum, So I played drums. I started playing guitar in 82-ish. Didn't really play a lot. I moved so I went to college in New York, moved to Connecticut in '84, started playing music again about '89, '90. Playing guitar, I picked the guitar up again then.
In Connecticut?
Uh-huh.
With who?
I was in Willimantic. My friend was Rainey Brown, my best friend there, and we played all the time. I played in a couple bands. I played in a cover band called 310 High. I played in a sort of a rockabilly garage band called The Spores.
I remember the Spores.
Okay.
I remember that name.
Yep. And
I
then
don't remember them, but I remember that name.
that was fun. We played all original stuff, and then I played in a bluegrass band after The Spores. I don't even know if we had a name. We must have, but I don't remember what it was. So it was, but I had some life stuff happen that was pretty significant, and I actually quit playing music in 2002. I quit guitar. Sunday I played guitar. Monday I didn't play guitar, and I didn't pick it up again until 2017, I believe.
That's a long time to go without music.
Yeah, and I didn't even listen to music for several years. I really needed to clear my head. So, but I knew it was there, and it would come back to me when the time came around. And so, I listened to music. And then I got the itch. I had one guitar left. I kept one guitar. I sold everything else, and I pulled it out, and I couldn't remember how to tune it. So, but I said I don't have a lot of time now to play music. And I decided kind of right then and there I wasn't going to really learn a bunch of cover songs. I was going to just start writing songs. So,
and I'm glad you did.
From now until then, I've written about 80 songs now, something like
Nice.
that. So, yeah.
You and Terry LaChance with your songwriting. I think she's written 80 songs in the last 2 days.
Probably, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's on another level from me.
Well,
So,
and now she's all she's doing is music.
yeah.
But anyway,
Can I just say,
yeah,
she
you can
deserves
say
a
whatever you want.
medal, a plaque, a statue. I mean, all of those things. She's incredible.
You're not gonna get an
Yeah.
an argument from me.
Yeah. She is amazing.
When
so.
I met her, I invited her to come do my radio show, and we became fast friends. And I wouldn't say like that we're inseparable, but we are. We don't see each other as often. We talk almost every day via Facebook. We interact pretty much every day, but we're constantly there. Like, she goes live, I go live, we're both touching each other's lives.
Yeah.
She has brought me so many musicians that I never knew before, which is wonderful. If it hadn't been for her during COVID, I don't know how I would have gotten musicians on this platform.
Yeah.
She's done that, and now she's left teaching so that she can just do music, and I couldn't be happier for her. She does deserve all the
statue,
accolades.
I believe, would be appropriate for her.
A statue, but where would we put it?
I don't know. Maybe we could have it
Downtown
mobile
Coffee
or
House?
move it around. I don't know.
Yeah.
That place is amazing, by the way.
It is.
So-
So do you have a gig coming up at the Downtown Coffee House
I
anytime
just played
soon?
there.
Oh, I know you just played
Yeah.
there, but she kind of rotates people
Okay,
through
well,
there.
here's how amazing Downtown Coffee House is. Coffee shop.
Downtown Coffee Shop.
I played
in
there.
Meriden, by the way.
Yes, I played there January 12th,
Okay.
and it's such a great place. So she was there, and she said, "Do you want to play here again?" I said, "Yeah, this is great." She said, "Okay, let me look at my calendar. All right, I can book you the next available date, January 4th,
A year away.
2025.
Right.
So every weekend there's someone there
Yep. There's
playing
somebody
music.
playing.
Fantastic place. The staff is so into it. It's great. So
Yeah. And the food is pretty good from what I hear. I haven't
Yeah.
made it out there.
yeah,
I study on weekends, so yeah.
yeah.
But I will.
Yeah.
I keep telling her. And so you've played Shana Beast by the Sea.
I have not played there yet.
You
no,
haven't? Are you on this
no.
calendar to do that?
I don't think so. So I live northeast of Hartford, which isn't that big of a deal, but it's a haul
Right.
down here, right? No, I don't have a lot on the books. I have a gig coming up February 17th
Okay, where's that?
at the Great Awakenings Brewery in Westfield, Mass. It's a songwriter showcase. And I'll be part with, I think, 5 other songwriters
Okay.
at that one. My friend John Prout hosts that. he does the open mic at Labyrinth Brewing in Manchester, which I like to play at. It's a real good open mic. And then the only other thing I have booked right now is March 30th at Fox Hill Music Studio in Vernon. They're friends of mine. I took vocal lessons from one of their instructors. And they do an open mic once a month, but that date I'm the featured performer that day. So I do my 30-minute set.
Nice. Is there a place that people can find your music?
What I have online is on Bandcamp.
Okay.
All right. So I have a EP that I made in 2020 called Miles Away that's on there.
Okay.
I have some goofy stuff on SoundCloud from early days. I do have a YouTube channel. It's just under Jon Tarbox, Jon Tarbox. There's some stuff on there that's that I'm okay with. So, but that's about it. Like I'm really not interested in chasing Spotify and all of that right now. Maybe at some point.
I think that the thing about your music isn't necessarily that you want to be out there getting people to know you, but putting your music up on those platforms is what's going to get people to know your music.
Yeah.
And I know that this happens. Somebody somewhere is going to hear a song and they're going to go, I want to do that song. And they're going to be someone, they're going to be someone that's already playing a big stage. And they're going to take that song and they're going to put it on a big stage. And that's going to be your song on a big stage. And that's where you're going to make your break. So it's wonderful having you here. As I told you was going to happen, we've run out of time. What I'd love if you would take us out with a song and keep us up to date on whether you're putting out any CDs or whatever. Keep us up to date. People can find you on Facebook.
I am on Facebook, Jon Tarbox. I'm on Instagram as well. I prefer Instagram, but I do both. Most of my Instagram is pictures of flowers and mushrooms and the occasional. The only stuff I put up lately is I like playing music in the morning. 7 o'clock, that's my time. So a lot of times I'll sit there in my sweatshirt and just, especially if I've got a new song, I'll put a new song up that way. Jams and jammies, I like to call it.
Jams and jammies.
So, yes.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jon. I so appreciate you coming all the way to New London for Grandma's Attic.
Yeah.
Don't forget to untether. Whew. Untethering is a thing. So I hope you've enjoyed Jon's music today. Come back next week. We'll have a whole different flavor. I thank you for watching Grandma's Attic. Don't forget, we are in the dead of winter. Please check on your neighbors. If they're elderly, make sure that they have heat and fresh water. And if they have children, make sure those kids got shoes and socks or boots and coats, all the necessities, and maybe even a sled if there's snow on the ground. I don't know, check on your neighbors, do what your community needs, stay out of the big box stores, go to mom and pop shops, my rant, do it all. Take care of your community, spend your money here and your money stays here. I love y'all and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.
All right, this is a COVID song. When you couldn't go to a store and you were grazing Amazon all day long, not a proponent necessarily, but at the time you had to get stuff somehow. Anyway, my girlfriend came to visit and she plopped a book down on my table and said, hey, I got you a book. I'm not a huge reader, but I do love to read. So anyway, she brought me a book and I had been just searching stuff. And so I wrote this song called Book. This is also the song that people always want to hear, so I like playing it. It's sort of an oddity for my stuff, but here we go. My girlfriend knows what I need, knows how to keep me from going too deep. She keeps me out of trouble, sometimes she'll burst my bubble. My girlfriend knows what I need, but I wanted power tools, or maybe hard boots, a pair of alligator shoes. shoes, a new electric bicycle, an antique icicle, something shiny with a hook. That's what I really wanted. She bought me a book. Yeah, she bought me a book. My girlfriend knows what it takes, knows when to tell me to put on the brakes. She fronts as my frustration, turns it to elation. My girlfriend knows what it takes. But I want albino mice, a pair of fuzzy dice, a mini portrait of myself on rice, a pink tuxedo, a tiny new Speedo, something to show off my looks. That's what I really wanted. She bought me a book. Yeah, she bought me a book. My girlfriend bought me a book. She always shows me what she's always known to be. The best things in life are free. She didn't buy me slippers or a new frying pan or a boutique puppy named Nanook. She got me what I really wanted. She bought me a book. Yeah, she bought me a book. My girlfriend bought me a book. Yeah, she bought me a book. All right. Thanks a lot. Great being here. Thank you so much.